So, registering a vehicle from the UK, from the United Kingdom, in Spain, what's changed? Well, up until the 31st of December, nothing's going to change. You can still register a vehicle as long as you've got your registration in to the DGT, the vehicle's passed the ITV test, then you're fine. You can go ahead and register it as you always have done, obviously pay the relevant fees and the relevant special registrations tax. Now, special registrations tax, I'm going to put a link at the bottom of this video to other articles that we've done regarding taxes when you register a vehicle in Spain. But everything changes. If there's a no deal, then everything changes from the 1st of January. So what changes? Well, you're going to be registering a non-European vehicle in Spain. So it's the same as registering a vehicle from outside the EU. So it comes from America or Canada, for example, here. And the first thing that changes is that you will now need to pass the vehicle through customs and excise. So we'll have to go through customs and excise. As they know it in Spain, it's aduanas. Okay, it'll have to pay the relevant duty, and it will have to pay the relevant tax. And once it's past customs and excise, then you will get a document which is called a DUA. Now, this DUA is used when you finally come to register the vehicle at the DGT, which is the traffic authorities in Spain, to prove that the import taxes have been paid on that vehicle. Now, in some cases, import tax isn't applicable if it's for change of residence or something like that. So we've done it for example, for Americans. We've had American clients who come over, they've got their visas. They've come here, got residency, and their vehicles have come in, they've gone through customs, they've got the DUA, they've paid the relevant taxes, or not paid if it's not associated for change of residence, and then we've used that to register the vehicle with the DGT. Okay, so that's going to be a change from the end of the year. How can you avoid that? Well, you can't at the moment. We don't know what deal's going to be in place. Everybody, watch the news. You probably know more than me. I have plenty of people asking me what's going to happen, but if you get now provisional plates for your vehicle, they last for 60 days. Now, what the DGT have said is if you register the provisional plates before the end of the year and complete the registration within that 60-day period of getting your provisional plates, then the DUA won't be necessary. Okay, evidently, if there's a last-minute deal, a DUA won't be necessary either. But if there isn't a deal, it could be a problem. Normally, you can get a DUA or a DUA from Customs and Excise if you do it yourself and deal with it with the tax office, which you wouldn't advise anybody to do, or employ the services of an import agent. Now, that's not something that we actually provide in Upsticks. It's a specialist industry, and basically you'll find in most industrial sites which are close to a port, you'll find an import and export agent. Most people have had dealings coming from outside the EU into an EU country will find that there's a specialist person who does this. The only thing is for a vehicle they can charge anything up to €300 just for doing the documentation. You normally have to take the vehicle to them, they assess the vehicle, they tell you what taxes need to be paid. You'll have to pay the taxes in the moment, pay their fee, and then they have to wait for the green light before giving you the documentation that you require. The other thing that could be a problem is the ITV stations. Now, we're waiting now for confirmation from them of what's going to be required, and they don't know. Well, according to our local one, they don't know yet, or they haven't been informed here in Mijas in Andalusia, or either here in Malaga, because we've asked in both the stations that we deal with, because vehicles that have, shall we say, EU type approval, EU conformity, which are basically EU vehicles, but come from a non-EU country, have extra technical requirements in terms of documentation. So we have to present a document which shows, in my view, the document's rubbish. It's a load of crap, to be honest with you. I don't understand why it exists, but anyway, it's an administrative document which is done by a laboratory in Madrid, which basically confirms the vehicle is what it is, even though you've got a document that already does that. So we don't know if the correspondence document is going to be needed or not for UK registered vehicles when they go through an ITV in the case of an no deal. So there you are. I think the moral of the story is if you have got a UK registered vehicle and you have done nothing about registering it here, you might have A, already missed the boat, B, need to get it quickly onto the P plates to extend your period of 60 days to be able to register it. As you can imagine, the ITVs are absolutely stacked now. And also, to top it off, here in Andalusia, they've been going on strike. Well, they were on strike last Wednesday. Let's see what happens next Wednesday. And we've got the Christmas period in between, and whatever problems COVID likes to throw in the middle. Aside from that, the other comments I've got about UK registered vehicles in Spain which haven't been registered and still need to be registered is, in the event of a no deal, what we don't understand either is what will happen if you decide not to register them and take them back. Because the DVLA website states that any vehicle that has been outside the UK for more than 12 months is considered permanently exported. So if you've had a car, just one example, in Spain for over a year, although you should have registered it by now, if you haven't notified the DVLA and you've carried on paying your taxes in the UK on that vehicle, then we assume that they don't know and you'd be able to take it back and just sell it as a UK registered car. But a vehicle which has been outside of the UK for more than 12 months and the DVLA know that it's been outside and it's been permanently exported, you can't import it into Spain because it's not economically viable, because in the event of a no deal you're going to have to take it through customs and excise and pay the extra taxes. Would you have to pay then the import tax into the UK if it's been permanently exported here? I don't think so, because they've stated they'll still have free movement for the first 6 months, I think it was, of goods. But anyway, that's something that could come up, but we don't know. So there you go. If you have got a UK registered vehicle and you've done nothing about registering it in Spain, you've basically really, let's get Upsticks back up, need to do something about it today, like right now, right this very minute, or get it back home.